What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Unprofessional Sports Show with Chess. That's me, and that's Ballard Sports Media. What's up, Ballard? How you doing,
Yeah,
buddy?
buddy.
Yeah,
What's up,
yeah.
bro?
Nothing much, man. We're going to be recapping week one, and we're doing week two predictions today. And we got a bunch of people to clown and a bunch of people to
Yeah.
praise.
We just need to take a small moment of silence for the state of Florida, minus Miami. They
Hold on a
look
second.
pretty
Hold on.
good.
Let's see if
But
I can.
shout out.
Let's
Go
give
ahead.
him the. Let's give him the. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're good.
All right. A brief moment of silence for Florida and Florida State.
Okay, that's
All
good.
right.
We're
That's
good.
all the respect I got.
Yep.
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Exciting week zero. We ain't gonna go over week zero. Exciting week one games. Some nail biters. Some ass
Yeah.
kickings. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get right into it, Ballard. What game we want to talk about first from week one, my friend?
I don't want to go into every game because there was every team, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we got to back up to let's talk. Okay, did you watch the North Carolina Minnesota game?
No, I did not get to see that game.
Did you hear about the game at least?
No, but I did not hear about the game actually.
Okay, so North Carolina was able to win the game
Okay.
as obviously Drake May is gone. He is with the Patriots in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Max Johnson injured his leg for the Tar Heels. I hope he gets better. He's probably going to be out for the season. It was so bad that they sent him to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't even let him stay at the game to watch it. But what had happened was
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota uh, gave up a 45-yard field goal with 144 left in the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Dragan Kessick gave the Gophers the lead with a 30-yarder with 3:40 left. And then the Tar Heels get it back, leave a minute 44 left for Minnesota. Minnesota gets the ball back at the end. They, as time has expired, Dragan Kessick, the kicker for Minnesota, missed a 47-yard try and it went wide.
Wow.
Here in the game, he had missed a 27-yard field goal.
Mm.
What do you think about that so far?
Crazy that somebody got hurt and had to go to the hospital immediately. Must have been something major when it comes to the leg.
What if I also told you
Mm-hmm.
nobody scored more than 19 points because it was a 19-17 victory? It was defense, which I kind of expect that at a Minnesota game, but you would think with Mac Brown and everybody at North Carolina, they would be able to put some points up, right? What if I told you they only had 252 yards of offense? That's great. It took them 64 plays on offense to get that many yards.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
How do you do that?
It's called. Maybe the coach needs to get a fire lit under his butt or something, or players or something. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
man. It is there. I mean, it was an interesting game. Like it was entertaining to watch because you kind of saw all this defense, and I love some hard hitting defenses. I'm sure you do, being a Georgia fan.
Mm-hmm.
But it also was kind of disappointing because North Carolina has been known for quarterback play and everything, and they had this Max Johnson guy come in, and he's not bad, but um, he didn't live up to maybe what people thought he would be. And then
Yeah.
also, Max Brosmer is the Minnesota quarterback. Now, Minnesota lost the game. They did put up 17 points. They had 2 touchdowns in the second and a field goal in the fourth. Max Brosmer had 5 sacks on him in the game as the quarterback for Minnesota.
Damn.
That says a lot to me. Either they need help on the O line, maybe he did look lost,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know, man. UNC has a powerful front seven.
Speaking of lost Ballard, let's talk about Billy Napier and the Florida Gators.
Already? You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
No,
Losing
they don't want to hear about Billy Napier and losing. And okay, 41-17. Take it away, Chess.
Billy Napier is. He looks like the guy off of oh my gosh, Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, Gomer Pyle.
Yeah, he's Gomer Pyle. He looks just like him. Billy Napier
Oh
looks like the
my
guy at the
gosh.
cookout that you just stay away from because he's crazy, and he looks like he needs to
Yeah.
be away from his kid's school zone. That's all I'm gonna
They
say.
went from cousin Eddie to Gomer Pyle and his coaching.
They downgraded. Is that
I
that's
know.
pretty that's pathetic when Dan Mullen is an upgrade over your coach you have now. But yeah, they lose to
Yeah.
Miami, which means you called it. I think Florida's not going to win 8 games this year. I think Florida doesn't make a bowl game at all.
I would not be surprised by that actually.
And Billy Napier was
Um,
fired at the end of the season or midway through. I thought they were going to fire him in the tunnel. Did you hear about him fighting with the mascot in the tunnel?
Billy Napier?
Yeah, the
He fought the
mascot.
mascot
He didn't
of
fight it, but him and the
Miami.
mascot. No, of Florida. They
He
had
fought
to.
Albert.
He had to be. They both had to be restrained.
No way.
Yeah,
Why do you fight your own master? What happened?
he probably. That's probably what the mascot said to Billy, and Billy got mad, and Billy went
Wow.
and just punched him or something. I don't know. So yeah, Florida's terrible. The state of Florida is awful. You just want to go ahead and move into Mike Norvell and the Florida State Seminoles.
Florida's dead, man. The state of Florida, except Miami. Miami looks really, really good this year. I think they'll have a good season. But as far as the Sunshine State goes, we'll see what USF looks like this week when they play Bama. We'll get to that game later on.
Mm-hmm.
But Florida and Florida State, man, oh my God. Wow.
Mike Norvell will not get fired, but I guarantee you that if they don't make a bowl game, he will be on the hot seat for next year.
That seat's warming up right now as we
When's the
speak.
last time Florida State has went 0-2 in the beginning of the season? I don't even know when.
I have no idea.
I was high on Florida State this year too, because I mean, my God, you lose to freaking Boston College. I mean, Boston College is good.
Mhm.
I'll give them that, but come on, man, what in the hell?
At home.
At home.
Anyway, so we highlighted North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. We talked a little bit about Florida. FSU, we could talk about that Georgia Tech game. We kind of previewed it. I don't really want to go back too far there. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just go ahead and look at Saturday. We'll come back to that Georgia game and the Alabama game. We'll kind of give those last. But to highlight a couple different teams, College Game Day and College Station for the Notre Dame Texas A&M game. What'd you see from that as far as Riley Leonard, Bo Collins, Jeremiah Love, and that Notre Dame offense? They did put up
Man,
23 points. A&M seemed to have pretty decent defense out there, but they could not get it going offensively.
no, they couldn't. And against Notre Dame, Notre Dame's a tough opponent sometimes.
Yeah.
I like what Notre Dame's doing. I do. I really do. I figured they would score more than 23. But I mean, they hung on and won the game.
Yeah,
So
I thought it was good. I thought Connor Wakeman looked good outside of 2 interceptions. I mean, he threw for 100 yards. You want to go more than that, but Riley Leonard is a beast, man. Outside of only 23 points, he was good. You had Jeremiah Love with 91 yards running up for a touchdown, and
mm-hmm.
of course he had a 21-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
The longest scoring play from anybody in terms of yardage. Give credit to Randy Bond for kicking a 49-yard field goal in the second quarter for the Aggies, which put them up 6-3.
I mean, anytime you win in College Station, that's a good thing. That's a hard place to play.
Yeah,
I mean, you got a I mean, Notre Dame's former head coach is not happy right now. We'll get into that a
Right.
little bit later, but College Station's probably one of the top 10. I would say one of the top 10 hardest places to play. Would you agree? Maybe
Oh,
top
for
five.
sure. I mean, Alabama's only lost like one or two times there. Like I know they lost in 2021, but
We've never
even
played
going
there.
in there and winning, even
Mhm.
going in there and winning, A&M's giving them some games.
I don't even know if Georgia's ever played Texas A&M. I don't think we ever have. I mean, you'd have to
I think
Google it,
you've
but
played them, but have you played at Kyle Field?
I don't think so. I don't. Not recently. No, I know for a fact we haven't played them. Wait a minute. No. I was thinking about somebody different. No, we. I don't think we probably played them sometime in the 50s or 60s. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
But anyways, next game. Sorry, didn't mean to get off topic there.
No, you're good. Just to quickly recap Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Interesting game,
Yes.
defensive game, and both teams passed no more. Like A&M had less passing yards at 100, which is good. I mean, that's literally the length of the field,
Hmm.
but you gave up 158 to Notre Dame. 11. Here's the thing: 11 penalties for Notre Dame in this game. Chess only 6 for A&M, and A&M's at home,
Hmm.
and they still couldn't win.
Yeah, the referees kind of gave them a layup there, and they missed it historically. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure Notre. I'm not sure. No, I'm sure Notre Dame will be good, but I'm sure Texas A&M will bounce back though.
Oh yeah, they'll be
I
good. Notre
yeah,
Dame's just going to be really tough for some teams this year for sure.
Notre Dame's are kind of
You still there?
yeah. My bad. My headphones went dead.
You're good.
I think Texas A&M would be a they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at Penn State, West Virginia next. Gave up 12 points to the Mountaineers. Going to Morgantown, elite offense with Singleton, Harrison, Wallace, and of course, quarterback, 5-star recruit, Drew Aller. What do you think about the Penn State game and how high can they go this year? I think if they miss the 12-team playoffs, something is very wrong because I do think they are one of the more complete units and dynamic offenses and creative offenses in the country. Again, we still got to see more, but they put on a clinic on that West Virginia defense.
They
Just
did. They beat them 34-12. I really like James Franklin. I've always liked James Franklin. I like the fire he has. I liked him
yeah,
when he was at Vandy.
yeah,
I think James Franklin, he's doing something good with the Penn State team. If they make the playoffs, which I think they will, I think they'll get knocked out in the first round just because it's Penn State, and you know how Penn State is. So, but yeah, James
yeah.
Franklin, he deserves a raise. That guy's doing really good at Penn State. You can tell he
Three
really cares.
touchdown performance. Yeah. Um, they started with a 50-yard passing touchdown for Drew Aller. And, of course, Harrison Wallace, one of their key guys last year, he started it out. He actually had two uh, receiving touchdowns, both in the second quarter, by the way. So Katron Allen had one of their running backs had a 20-yard pass after a 50-yard bomb to Wallace. And then later on, towards the end of the second, 18 yards goes to Harrison Wallace. They probably could have tried to they probably could have tried to kick the field goal, but they went to the end zone. I mean, they were up 13-6. As Michael Hayes kicked a 39-yarder to make it a one possession game for West Virginia and Penn State. But I think this is honestly, I really do think it's a statement game because West Virginia is no pushover team to go play against on the road. I do think West Virginia could be a better team this year. I think they got really good players. I really do. I like C.J. Donaldson. I love Garrett Green, but I think that they could ultimately have really good potential. I haven't looked too far into their schedule. They play Albany next week. They could win that at Pitt backyard brawl rivalry game. That's possible. Kansas. It gets tougher as the season goes on, but you have winnable games for West Virginia. Don't hang your head on this loss. Penn State's going to be a really good team. They're probably going to make the college football playoff. Um, don't hang your head. You did good. You just couldn't pull it off in the end.
Yeah, you almost went to home base, but you made it to
Yeah.
third. It's okay. Um,
Second. I'll give them second.
okay, they made it to first and went to steal second, and then got tagged out. So there you go.
Yeah.
Um, what's the next game we got for him, Ballard? Can we bring up our games now, or we're gonna wait?
Yeah, if you want to, we can go ahead and dive into it. I'll let you. Do you want to go ahead and just go over the Georgia game and give your thoughts as a Georgia fan, and then we'll recap Alabama?
Yeah, can you pull it up? I got the stats on my phone. I just think
Yeah.
it'd be better for people to okay. So of course, everybody, Georgia wins, which me and Ballard called it. Me and Ballard called it. Uh, and let's see the final score of the game, 34-3. It was a battle in the trenches for the first two quarters, but Georgia pulls it out. Clay Klubnik, 18 and 29 for 142 yards, no TDs and one interception. Not surprising. Cade Klubnik is not the answer for Clemson. Would you agree with that, Ballard?
I think that they haven't had an answer at quarterback since Trevor Lawrence, and his last season was obviously that COVID year in 2020. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it has been a regression, not in terms of recruiting, because they got a 5 star and then another 5 star. Klubnik's a 5 star. DJ was a 5 star. Something, it's not. Oh, well, we know about DJ. He hasn't done good anywhere he's gone. But Klubnik, I really believe he's got potential somewhere. But something is wrong with Dabo Swinney and whoever he's got running his offense. I think they had lost Garrett Riley, but who do they even have as OC right now? Do you know?
I have no idea. I just know he didn't do a very good job at all. But Georgia did. Carson Beck, 23 of 33 for 278 yards, two TDs passing. I tell you who I am a fan of. That's Landon Humphreys. What do you think about him, Ballard? The transfer that we got from, I believe, Vanderbilt.
It says that it's still Garrett Riley, by the way, for Clemson. So I don't know what's going on. I thought he did get it. Where was he? TCU. Anyway, you mentioned Landon Humphreys. Holy cow, this guy is fast, physical. He's really good. Could he be like a Brock Bowers in your opinion? He had two
No,
receptions for 63 yards, but he had a touchdown. But he looked good when he had the ball in his hands.
he's more of a Lad McConkey, I think.
Okay.
Um, and then, of course, Arian Smith did what he had 56 yards. Lawson Lucky, Dominic Lovett, Dylan Bell, et cetera, et cetera. Somebody that I'm surprised that did not do good. That was Branson Robinson. Had 7 carries for only 12 yards. And
Mhm.
then Nathan Frazier, 11 carries for 83 yards. Nathan Frazier, I see a Sonny Michelle in him. That dude's a beast. Of course, we didn't have Trevor Etienne suspended for one game, but we'll have him for the next game. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. But I think Branson Robinson might need to take a seat back. I mean, he hasn't played in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but Nathan Frazier did good. Landon Humphreys did good. Carson Beck did really good. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 278 yards passing. It's safe to say that Carson Beck is the best returning quarterback in college football right now. I think.
Oh yeah, and even if he struggles a little bit, you're probably going to have a bad game here or there. But he's talented. He might. I mean, between him or Milrow, it's all on the SEC. I think you got the big three. You got those two guys, and then I look at Quinn Ewers in Texas. Those guys are going in the draft in the
Oh
top
yeah.
10. And the only reason I bring Milrow into the conversation, think
Mhm.
about the coach now. Think about DeBoer, and think
Mhm.
about how Alabama looked. We'll get to that game in a second,
Mhm.
but Carson Beck is. I mean, this whole Carson Beck for Heisman train y'all got running. I I mean, it is very hard to get off of that for anybody, whether you're a Georgia fan or not, because this guy's phenomenal.
I don't want a Heisman. I want a national championship again. I think Carson Beck literally since our game last year when the clock hit zero against Alabama said he didn't say it, but he thought about that game. He wanted to come back and win in Atlanta, and he did it. He wants to make it back to Atlanta for the SEC title, and I believe there's a playoff game in Atlanta this year. I'm pretty sure. Might one of the playoff games might be in Atlanta. So we could see Ballard. We could see a team play Atlanta 3 times this year. Three.
Wow.
That's never happened before. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's not haven't happened.
That's my knowledge.
That's crazy. Um, but yeah, let's get to your Alabama Crimson Tide, man. I talked enough about my team. Go ahead.
You're good. No, my final thoughts on this game. Clemson's got a lot of work to do offensively, but Georgia is the lead on both sides of the ball. 34-3 your final score. Georgia taking out Clemson in week 1. So here comes the cold water. Alabama, baby. TJ Finley once again falls victim to the Crimson Tide. 63 to nothing. Really not much to say other than just a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. Chess, did you watch any of this game?
I saw the highlights. I saw where Milrow had 2 mistakes. That probably I saw he had a fumble, and I believe the fumble was because of the center snap over his head.
Yeah.
And he took a sack. I'm pretty sure. Is it?
Hmm.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ballard, and you can be honest with me.
Yeah.
If Milrow couldn't run, if he couldn't run, if he was like a Carson Beck who couldn't run, do you think Alabama would be in trouble when they face a real team?
Oh, for sure. I mean, think about it, man. Two of their scores, three of them were by quarterback run. Give credit to Ty Simpson on a 10-play, 79-yard drive, running it in for 15 yards in the fourth quarter to capitalize on the final score. But the other two, I noticed there were three passing touchdowns and one, two, three, four, six rushing touchdowns. And Chess, two of those were from Jalen Milrow. Not bad, but
Yeah.
they capitalized based on quarterback run. I don't. You could tell that they were design run, but you could also tell maybe on one of those. I think there was one where he had maybe his second rushing touchdown. You could tell there was nobody open, so receivers got to get open on the field. And I give Western Kentucky credit; they had a little bit of defense outside of the
hmm
scoreboard. They covered some guys a little bit, but Alabama still put on an offensive clinic.
I think Alabama's going to be okay this year. Do I think they're going to win the Natty? No offense to you, Ballard. No. Just
Okay,
because,
make the playoffs.
yes, I think they make the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think about did you get to watch any of Justice Haynes? He had 4 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. I think he's a beast, man. I hate that the O line it wasn't beefed up like I thought it would be, and I think that there could have been a little bit more room for him. But at the same time, you got to give credit to the two running back system because they also gave it to the guy Jam Miller, and in this game he had a 39-yard run. And then also late in the game, watch out for freshman Daniel Hill if he could get some action because he had a 2-yard touchdown run. but I want to see going forward how they utilize these running backs in big game situations. And
And
this was not a big
and,
game other than it being the first of a new era.
and not to add to it a little bit, I think when Alabama plays a real team, they put a QB
Hmm.
spy on Jalen Milrow. We're gonna see if he can win Alabama the game by just throwing the ball.
That makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of quarterbacks out there. Very few can be able to adapt to certain defensive schemes. You mentioned a QB spy. Yeah, he's got to be able to manipulate coverage, but good coverage. Western Kentucky was really soft in coverage on Saturday, and again, no disrespect whatsoever to them, but it yeah, he's gonna find out really soon because they got Georgia coming up. They got to go to Wisconsin week 3. I've always loved Wisconsin's defenses. Haven't looked. I got to double check how they did defensively this weekend, but I would not be surprised if that's their first test of the year going to Madison just before Georgia.
I agree.
Yeah. But 63 to nothing is your final score. Don't forget regarding Alabama, I went ahead and recorded. I gave a prediction. Stay tuned on Friday for our prediction for week two's matchup with the USF Bulls, also at Bryant Denny Stadium. So really looking forward to
Kind
it.
of an
It's
easy
gonna be fun.
schedule there, Ballard. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we got Georgia. It's pretty easy, and
Ah,
we'll
shit.
have teams like Tennessee on the
Ah,
road, and
bull crap.
Auburn's
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah,
soft. And
yeah, yeah, well. Speaking of Tennessee,
look at their
sp-
schedule, though. Like seriously, this is their schedule.
oh,
Um, so you got South Florida at Wisconsin, Georgia at Vandy, South Carolina at Tennessee, Mizzou at LSU, Mercer at Oklahoma and Auburn. They're on the road like every other week, dude. Literally,
I
outside
see.
of these first 2 games.
If I'm looking at that schedule, I see three
And their
potential
bye
losses.
weeks are before Georgia and
I see,
before LSU.
I see three potential losses: Georgia, Tennessee, and Missouri. Maybe, maybe not Tennessee.
I
Maybe.
think you had that when we previewed them.
Yeah,
You still feel the same way.
I'm high on Missouri this year. Really am.
Yeah, me too. I'm high on them and Tennessee. Tennessee's offense, Nico looks amazing. Now their defense, once they start playing that SEC schedule, is going to be in question
Yeah, Nico's good, but we'll see when they face the real team.
for sure, man.
What's our next game there, Ballard? Or you just want to move to week 2?
Yeah, if you want, we could go ahead and move to week
Oh
2.
wait, wait a minute.
Um,
Did you go back and look at our pickums?
oh, for last week?
Hmm.
Yeah, we looked at it. I think I at least mentioned them, but yeah, I'll show it one more time. So,
I'll give you and Mayhem Matthew credit, man. Y'all picked the Georgia Tech game perfectly.
so Vandy won. We needed that. Georgia, Oklahoma State, Miami, obviously.
Hmm.
Northwestern, Boise
Damn.
State,
Did we go
Penn
perfect?
State. No, I picked South
No, damn it,
Alabama.
bastards.
52 to 38, North Texas with a really big upset. Notre Dame, and then Arizona State, and
Oh, we were
then
off by
obviously
one.
we were off. Huh?
We were off by one. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Right.
Dang
And
it.
we're ranked at 483, and we are 99.8%.
We're 9-1. Not bad. Not bad at all.
And then week 2, I went ahead and made some picks today, but you can look at them and give your thoughts. How
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
that
Just
for week 2?
scroll on down, and I'll see if I.
Let's
Oh,
come back.
definitely.
Let's come back to this
Okay.
one. Or do
Okay.
you? Is it obvious to
No,
you?
well, it's obvious, but we can go back to it.
Okay. Let's start here. I picked Oklahoma State against Arkansas, but I see it really close.
I see it really close. I'm going to pick Oklahoma State. I think if Arkansas does not make a playoff game this year, Sam Pittman will be on the hot seat.
Arkansas making a playoff game?
No, definitely not.
You just said
No,
if
I
they
mean I
don't.
meant a bowl game, not playoffs. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was fixing to say, bro, you're drinking that
What's up,
pig
Goose?
that. Oh yeah, let me shout out the chat here. Good to see you, Goose. Love you, man. Good to see you, man. Oklahoma State, Arkansas making the playoff. You're
I
drinking
meant
that
bowl
hog
game. I'm
Kool
sorry.
Aid.
I
Yeah,
apologize.
you're good. Oklahoma State, I'll pick them. Georgia Tech and Syracuse at the Dome. It could be interesting. I'm telling you, man. I know it's crazy that we clowned. Well, no, it's not. Florida State's terrible. But the clowning that we did for Florida State, oh, you lost to Georgia Tech, you lost to Georgia Tech's getting really good at the right time. I'm gonna
Hmm.
take them against Syracuse, but Syracuse, be careful there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech too, just because they're on a hot win. Yeah, give me
Uh-huh.
Georgia Tech over Syracuse for sure.
Uh, this
Mm,
is a rivalry, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know what they call it. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. It's at Cincinnati. It's almost 50-50. I love the Pitt defense. I love Cincinnati in this game, though.
I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay. I respect that either way.
Okay. The Jeff Webster game coming up next.
Oh, no. I
Iowa State.
I was defense will win it, but man, I really want Iowa State to win forever because of our buddy Jeff.
Love you, buddy. Mincia. Rest in peace.
I miss him to death, man. He was amazing.
Go
That's on
Iowa
CBS
State.
at 2:30 this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iowa. Sorry, Jeff. Just because they're ranked.
Oh, well,
Iowa State.
I wonder if it's at Jack Trice Stadium this year.
I wonder what Cola's doing right now. My dog. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just what the hell happened? Call
What?
me.
Call me. What the fuck happened? Call me. Never. I'll never delete that ever. Go ahead. Next.
Oh my gosh. I got I think I still got this one. Hold on.
Okay.
I promise to never delete
I
this.
can't explain it to you if you're not going to let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
I love them. All right. Let's quit reminiscing. We miss you,
Mhm.
Jeff, but
Mhm.
it's time to move forward. Let's see who's up next. Kansas and Illinois both 1-0. Kansas, the favorite right now, and they're ranked, but this could be a trap.
But it's a trap. Give me Kansas to the Jayhawks for this one.
I would go with the Jayhawks too. I think they still got Jaden Daniels or Jalen Daniels, not to be confused with the now Commanders quarterback. I think they still got him, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the case, he's electric. Their offense coming together at the right time this year, early on. I would take them. But Illinois really good at defense and putting guys in the NFL. So you got to be careful. But I would take Kansas right now.
Yeah, I'm going with Kansas. Oh, easy Tennessee. We ain't got to prove
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, that's neutral site too, man. If it were at NC State, it might look a little different, but
Yeah.
I like Bobby Hill. I mean Josh Heupel to win this game.
Yeah. Give me Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. I can't believe I did this. I don't know what it is, but I'm taking Colorado over Nebraska.
I'm going Nebraska all the way. Colorado's overhyped.
I know they are, but they got to win a couple games this year, right? At least early on, they're gonna find out when they mess around in the Big 12 this year.
If Travis Hunter was on a real team, he'd be up for the Heisman.
I know.
Sorry. Continue. Next.
I even think guys like Shadur, if they were coached by somebody else out there, both of
No. 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 No.
those
No.
two
No.
players.
I I like the way I like Dion, but Dion's just flashy. I just don't like that.
Texas Tech, oh, the Mike Leach game.
I'm gonna go with Texas Tech all the way.
I'll go Texas Tech too, but man, I just hope it's a really good one. I miss the Pirate.
I miss him too.
Yeah, Bigfoot or what? Well, man, I love when he Alyssa Lang was interviewing him one time, and she was talking about she was getting married, and he was
Oh
giving
yeah.
all the marriage advice. It was too good.
Yes. Uh
Uh, oh,
oh.
speaking of Mike Leach, Mississippi State and Arizona
Mississippi
State.
State.
This will be a good night game on Saturday.
Yeah, but
This will come on after Alabama. Um, I I like Mississippi State in this one.
I'm gonna go with Mississippi State all the way.
Mississippi State. All right,
Yeah.
and then the tiebreaker. Um, I don't know. I just put a number in there, but how many total points in the Texas Michigan game?
I'm gonna
I
go.
think it'd be higher than 52.
I'm
What?
gonna go
Give
with.
a score prediction and I'll add it up.
Okay, I'm gonna go Texas 45, Michigan 7. I think they kill Michigan. Michigan doesn't have a defense.
Dang, really?
Michigan's
At the big
overrated.
house?
They're overrated.
At the big house, they blow them out?
Yeah, Quinn Ewers is gonna bend them over and spank them. I already
I
know.
might as well have kept that. That is 52 points.
Yep, you were correct. I'm gonna go with that.
Oh my God. 45-7.
Yeah,
You're
I don't think.
crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. I just know. I think Texas is gonna be one of the. They're going to playoffs this year, and I'm scared to play them because I know we're probably gonna lose. If I'm being honest.
I would take Texas to win. I think this could be a really good game, though. I really do, man. I think it's kind of down to the. I think Texas seals it late and wins by double digits. I would take them in like a 41-31 game.
If it's close by halftime, then I'll go with your predict. I'll go with the 41-30 or whatever. Yeah. But if it's not close by
42,
halftime,
31,
yeah,
41, 10 or 11 points for Texas.
yeah, I just think it's gonna be a blowout. I think Michigan's overrated this year. They lost their
So
coach.
let's recap. So we are taking Texas.
Yes,
We'll take them. We got differing opinions on the score there. Oklahoma State over Arkansas. Who did you pick again?
Oklahoma State.
Okay. Georgia Tech over Syracuse.
Correct.
Cincinnati over Pitt.
I picked Pitt.
Okay. Um, I think I will win, but I hope I'm wrong on that.
I do too. Hope I am too.
Mm-hmm. Kansas over Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee and NC State.
Tennessee all the way.
Colorado, Nebraska. I got
Nebraska.
Colorado at least for now,
I got
and we
Nebraska.
disagree there. That's cool. Texas Tech, Washington State.
Give me Mike Leach, baby.
Yeah. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi State and Arizona State. I'm going with the Bulldogs.
Same.
All right. Those are our picks.
Yeah.
Those are good picks. Those are interesting games. I would stay up, bro. If it. Hold on.
You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good. Because my computer froze up just for a split second. No, if I wasn't going to that Bama game, I'm staying up for that Mississippi State game for sure. That would be fun to watch at night.
Yes, very much so. I'm sure our games are going to be blowouts, so gotta see
Yeah.
some kind of good games going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ballard, that's all we got this week, I think, man.
Dude, we didn't even make it 45 minutes. We made it half an hour though. That's not bad.
Yeah, not way
What
better.
do you got going on, man? YouTube wise.
Nothing really. Just hanging out with you, man, and let's get Ballard at 2K subs.
Yeah. Get the watch hours up too. Y'all go back and watch some
Yes.
content.
Why aren't you guys watching? Ballard's very entertaining and fun.
I'm a valuable individual.
He has valuable assets. Oh, Ballard, you want to tell the people about the big news about some kind of a station?
Well,
Station?
yeah, I haven't announced it on here, I don't think. So yeah, This is public now, but if you guys are friends with me on Facebook or if you're in the Coleman area, so Coleman Daily is a Facebook page, and they posted about me, Chess.
There you go.
And what the news is I am officially a color commentator for high school football with our radio station, 92.1
Yeah.
WKUL in Coleman, Alabama, baby. Let's go.
My
So I
boy's
do have to,
making it
I am
happen.
trying to be careful, try to clean it up a little bit. I've made my mistakes. We all have. We're not perfect. We're all human and we're broken, but Jesus loves us, right? But
Correct.
I am working. I know I got a show called the Unprofessional Sports Show. It's the best show on YouTube. If you disagree, you can yeah,
Suck
you need
eggs.
to repent. You need to repent. um no man, I'm just thankful for JR and the crew at the station and I love and appreciate them for giving me the opportunity.
I will, if you send me the link to the radio station, I will be listening in
Listen
every.
to it for like dude, we get some good country music and stuff on there too. It's really
Well, you
good.
give me the link, Ballard, and I promise you, I'll be listening to it every Friday night. I promise.
And you
Trust me.
guys, in fact, I'm going to drop the link to the station right now in the comments, and I'm going to send it to you personally, bud.
Yes.
Um, but when you listen to the games, it's the Sports Extra station. So look for that one, and then listen to 92.1 FM for another game of the week, and also throughout the week, shows and country music. So if you guys are into that stuff, but I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and drop that in the comments, and I'm gonna send it to you, Jess.
Okay, back to me, Ballard. You guys aren't subscribed to Ballard Sports Media. Subscribe to Ballard Sports Media. What are you doing in your life? Let's get him to 2,000 subs. Let's give a shout out to the comment section. What's up, Goose? What's up, A? How you doing? And yeah, we hope you guys join us next week for the Unprofessional Sports Show. We don't know what day it'll be, but we'll be here for your live entertainment. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Definitely go there and
Yes,
check
yes,
Ballard
yes.
out. Ballard, you gotta have some kind of signature saying when you're on the radio.
On the radio,
Yeah, you gotta have some kind of
I do
signature
need to
saying.
come up with something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's harder as a color guy though. The play-by-play guy could say whatever he wants to in terms of that's his signature
Just like
call
if
for a
they
run or
could
a
say,
pass.
if the team that's running the ball, like if anyways, if the team's like running, like just be like to the 10, to the 5, he could go all the way, touchdown.
I thought of it actually the other day. Now that I think about it,
Okay,
take it to the house.
taking it to the house. That's
Actually, you know
no,
what's cool, Chess? So you watch my church services online.
of course, man. I'm dude. You know I do for sure. That is my
We
church.
have a college group on Thursday nights
Yeah.
called The House.
Okay.
I could say he just said we'll see you at the house on Thursday.
Hey, man. Whatever, dude.
Holy cow, dude, that would be awesome.
I have supported you for 4 or 5 years now, and I will
A
continue
little
to
bit.
support you. I love you, mean it always.
You too,
And
buddy.
you guys, if you like I said, if you guys aren't subscribed to Ballard, I don't know what you're doing in your life. Get subscribed to Ballard. Come on, don't be a jerk. It takes 1 second to subscribe.
You know
So
what else takes a second?
what's that?
Heartbreak for Bama fans. Good
Yeah.
night, everybody. Screw Auburn. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say Jesus loves you. We love y'all. Y'all have,
I
y'all have a good night.
gotta end this on a good note. I gotta end this on a good note though. I love and appreciate you for doing this show, Chess. I love everyone that watches, and all glory goes to God, man. He's doing big things in my life and really everybody's life
Yes.
out there, man. He really is behind the scenes. He's working. You just got to have that faith and trust and believe in him, and he can do large things with you. Just be open to it.
Yes, and I don't. You don't need to thank me. I need to thank you for letting me be on the show because you're the superstar. I'm just here to help. And
Thanks, bud.
when you get to ESPN, give me a shout out every once in a while, and I'll say that's my buddy.
Hey, if they let Pat McAfee on the air with his potty mouth, I'm sure I'll be okay.
Ballard doesn't have a potty mouth. He doesn't curse. Well, that's a lie. Everybody
That's the
curses.
thing. See, I was telling that to my grandmother one day. She said, you might want to take this down because of what you said. I said, have you watched the Pat McAfee show?
And Pat McAfee says all kind.
It's a good. I like him for entertainment. I don't like him on game day though, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like him on game day either because he's not on Monday Night Raw commentating. That's the only reason I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good commentator. Like he's my favorite commentator of all time. Well, not all time, but yeah. Anyway. Anyways, Ballard, we got people that need to put their kids to bed and they got school in the morning. Let's go ahead and sign it out of here.
All right. Take it to the house. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Go Dogs.
Roll Tide.